A while back, I went to a rental house to do a test with the director for a project with the Alexa 35. What I found I really love about the camera is how filmic it was, how it reminded me of when I used to shoot film. You know, the Kodak, the Ektachrome, and the Portras, and the Agfa Optima. I loved, that organic grain structure that I was getting back then. And the image that I was getting from the Alexa 35 reminded me of that. There's a magazine based here in Los Angeles called GENLUX. I've shot for them numerous times over the years. So I called the creative director, Stephen Kamifuji, and I proposed this idea to him. I said, hey, Stephen, this camera is amazing. I think it would be super cool to pull frames from this camera and run them in the magazine. I explained to him a little bit about the tools that we would be using for this project. For example, besides the Alexa 35, we used the ARRI Signature Prime lenses and also incorporating impression filters, because I think that character that those impression filters can bring to the image really could make the story even more interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a fashion story in a magazine that's yet been shot on a volume. With the volume, you can achieve things that you cannot just by compositing the image in post-production. So I thought this could be a really interesting exercise as well. There's this one Dior dress that is very sheer and diaphanous. And when we had our model standing on the stage with the background behind her, you could see through her skirt. You could see that she was in that space, that she was on that location, that the volume was showing through the dress. That would have been impossible had we tried to do that in post-production. Using the SkyPanel on this project was a natural. The new SkyPanel X, it gave me this beautiful soft source that I think worked really well to place our model in this environment. Because this is a fashion story, color is everything. It's the way the skin appears, the way the color of the garments appear, that's all really important. The fact that I was getting the right color, that the skin tones look right under this light, is really what's most important to me. So before the shoot, I sat down with Art Adams to go over some filter and texture combinations. We landed on this combination with a sharpening texture, and with the positive filters, we would get a softening effect. So combine the two, we were getting this beautiful, beautiful detail. The detail was all holding, but there was still a very, very pleasing softness still being introduced into the image. Shooting fashion this way was a real next level experience. Besides the fact that I'm using what I think now is the best camera in the world, the process was fascinating. As a still photographer, you're driving that set, you're wearing all the hats, you're doing a lot on your own sometimes. As a cinematographer, surrounded by a terrific crew and incredible tools, I'm able to take my photography even further.